For thousands of years, long before brain scans, biomarkers, or neuroscience labs existed, ancient cultures already understood something profound about the human mind. They didn't call it cognition. They didn't call it neuroplasticity. They didn't talk about inflammation, cortisol, or neurotransmitters, but they lived in ways that protected the brain, quietly, consistently, and remarkably well. Today, modern science is catching up. What researchers are discovering now is something ancient civilizations already practiced instinctively. The brain thrives on rhythm, simplicity, connection, stillness, and meaning. This is where ancient wisdom and brain science meet. Breath, the original brain regulator across cultures. From yogic traditions in India to Zen practices in Japan to indigenous rituals around the world, breath was sacred. Slow, intentional breathing was used to calm the mind, regulate emotion, and restore clarity. Modern neuroscience now confirms why. Slow breathing activates the vagus nerve, the primary nerve of the parasympathetic nervous system. This shifts the brain out of stress mode and into repair mode. Studies show that slow, rhythmic breathing lowers cortisol, reduces inflammation, improves attention, enhances emotional regulation, strengthens prefrontal cortex function. Ancient cultures didn't know the word vagus nerve, but they knew how to calm the mind through breath. The science is clear. A calm breath creates a clear brain. Stillness and meditation, training the brain to heal itself. Meditation wasn't invented as a wellness trend. It was a mental training practice designed to stabilize the mind. Monks, sages, and elders used stillness to cultivate awareness, patience, and emotional balance. Today, brain imaging studies show that regular meditation thickens the prefrontal cortex, reduces activity in the amygdala, the fear center, improves memory and attention, slows age-related brain shrinkage, increases emotional resilience. In Buddhist and Taoist traditions, the mind was compared to water. When agitated, it becomes cloudy. When still, it becomes clear. Modern neuroscience agrees. Stillness gives the brain space to reorganize, repair, and reset. Daily rhythms and circadian wisdom. Ancient societies lived in rhythm with the sun. They woke with daylight. They ate during daylight. They rested after sunset. There were no screens disrupting melatonin, no artificial light confusing the brain's internal clock. Today we know that circadian rhythm controls memory consolidation, hormone release, emotional regulation, cognitive speed, brain detoxification during sleep. When circadian rhythm is disrupted, the brain ages faster. Ancient wisdom wasn't about discipline, it was about alignment. Living in sync with natural light protected the brain long before we understood why. Food as medicine for the mind. In ancient cultures, food wasn't entertainment. It was medicine. Traditional diets across the world shared common principles. Whole foods, plants as the foundation, healthy fats, fermented foods, minimal sugar, minimal processing. Modern research shows these patterns reduce neuroinflammation, one of the strongest drivers of cognitive decline. The gut and brain communicate constantly through the gut-brain axis. Ancient fermented foods nourished beneficial bacteria that produce neurotransmitters like serotonin and GABA, essential for mood and clarity. What elders knew intuitively, science now confirms: a healthy gut supports a healthy brain. Movement as cognitive protection. Ancient people didn't exercise. They lived physically, walking, squatting, carrying, stretching, climbing. Movement was continuous, gentle, and purposeful. Today, neuroscience shows that movement increases blood flow to the brain, stimulates neurogenesis in the hippocampus, boosts BDNF, a key brain growth protein, improves memory and learning, slows cognitive aging. The brain evolved in motion. Sedentary life is new. Brain decline is the consequence. Ancient wisdom built movement into daily life, without effort or obsession. Nature as neural medicine, ancient cultures stayed close to the land. Forests, mountains, rivers, oceans. Nature wasn't scenery, it was survival. Modern studies show that time in nature lowers cortisol, improves attention, reduces rumination, calms the nervous system, enhances creativity, restores mental energy. Japanese Shinrin-yoku, forest bathing, is now clinically prescribed to reduce stress and protect brain health. The brain evolved in nature. It repairs itself there. Community, belonging, and the social brain. Ancient societies were deeply communal. Elders were respected. Stories were shared. Meals were eaten together. Loneliness was rare. Neuroscience now shows that social connection reduces inflammation, strengthens memory networks, stabilizes mood, protects against dementia, regulates stress hormones. The brain is a social organ. Isolation accelerates decline. Connection preserves clarity. Ancient wisdom placed people inside community, not on the edges of it. Purpose and meaning, the brain's long-term fuel. All across cultures, life was guided by meaning, not productivity. Purpose gave structure to the mind. Modern studies show that people with a strong sense of purpose experience slower cognitive decline, lower dementia risk, better emotional regulation, greater resilience under stress. Purpose activates brain regions tied to motivation, learning, and memory. Ancient cultures understood that a life without meaning weakens the mind. Science now agrees. Sleep, the brain's sacred repair window. Ancient people slept deeply, without artificial light, stimulation, or late-night stress. During sleep, the brain activates the glymphatic system, clearing toxins linked to Alzheimer's and cognitive decline. Deep sleep supports memory consolidation, emotional regulation, neural repair, brain detoxification. Chronic sleep deprivation accelerates brain aging. Ancient wisdom honored sleep as sacred. Modern science proves it was essential. What ancient wisdom got right? Ancient cultures didn't have data. They had observation. They noticed what created calm minds. They noticed what preserved clarity. They noticed what sustained elders with sharp memories and emotional balance. Now, neuroscience is validating what they already knew. Calm protects the brain. Rhythm stabilizes the mind. Nature heals cognition. Movement preserves memory. Connection strengthens resilience. Purpose keeps the brain alive. This isn't mysticism, it's biology, lived wisely. Your modern life, ancient brain. Your brain hasn't changed much in thousands of years. It still responds to sunlight movement, real food-breath connection, stillness meaning. The problem isn't aging, it's modern misalignment. But the solution isn't complicated. You don't need to abandon technology or move to a monastery. You just need to reintroduce ancient rhythms into modern life. A morning walk, a few deep breaths, an earlier bedtime, a slower meal, time outside, a conversation that matters, a moment of stillness, a reason to wake up. These are not small things. They are brain protective rituals, proven by science, refined by time. The truth about cognitive longevity, mental clarity, is not something you lose suddenly. It's something you preserve gradually. Ancient wisdom shows us how to live. Brain science shows us why it works. Together, they offer a powerful truth. Your brain wants simplicity. Your brain wants rhythm. Your brain wants connection. Your brain wants calm. And when you give it those things, it stays clear, longer than you ever imagined. This is not about turning back time. It's about living in alignment with how the brain was always designed to function. Ancient wisdom didn't disappear. It waited for science to catch up. And now, you have both. Comment, subscribe, and share for ReInspired.
I hope this video brought you value and re-inspired you. If so, please subscribe, hit like, and leave a comment. And if anybody you know could use a little re-inspiration, please send it to them. Thank you so much for watching.